Good morning out there, and thank you for joining in. I hope as many as possible is ready for a beautiful sales meeting directly here from Copenhagen. First of all, I want to elaborate a little bit about the season that we have just been through, which once again was another record-breaking season. So first of all, a big applause to what all of you are achieving in every single market. We know that it's tough out there, but I think we've been talking about how tough the market is, how difficult it is for so many seasons. I think now we should change the narrative so we talk more about succeeding in the market, because what we actually are doing, even though that it's difficult, we actually succeed. We have not only succeeding in reaching the budget, but we have also succeeding in becoming a household brand. I will come back to that. And then we have succeeded in entering new markets. For us, that means welcoming Australia from the next season. And as we grow, we don't only grow turnover-wise, we only grow as a brand, and we also grow market for market. We're not in a hurry. We're doing it the profitable, the brand respectful way, not the easy way, but in a more slow pace than we could do. That also means we say no to consignment. We say no to all these kind of deals because we believe Les Deux as a brand is a strong asset. I believe that our goods is strong, the brand is strong, we have the right quality and we have the right people to say no to all these easy deals that is out there. We're going to do it our way with respect for the brand and each other. Going forward, we are looking at growing. And maybe you're sitting there looking at the budget and it's going to be difficult. Yesterday, I was traveling to the Netherlands and we had some really good talks about the toolbox. So from our side right now, we are looking at building a toolbox for each market, which helps you navigate in the market. Which deals can we make? When do we need to be on board on discussion with customers and so on? That is on our part, and Morten and I will send more information about that. The last season, we had a little bit higher churn on customers, losing a little bit too many customers on a season. So for us, and this is due to many things. This can be due to that the store is closing, bad payments, they're not interested, they are a new customer, they just want to see how Les Deux performs before they buy more. But for us to grow and for us to be a bigger and more profitable brand over time, one thing we need to focus on is as little churn as possible. In a saturated market, we are looking at 5 to 10% churn, which is acceptable within the range. But everything out of that is too much. So what you will see from our side is, of course, we are looking at new customers, we are looking at gross margins, we are looking at the growth in the market, more turnover, but we're also looking at churn, and then of course on the average order per customer. An easy way to grow by not only taking new customers on, is also growing the market with the average order and not saying goodbye to many customers. It's a partnership. We will elaborate, especially Jonathan Trock will talk to you about this. What we have seen working out there is the old school way of doing it. We have to come with a lot of new things, a lot of marketing bundles and so on, because our customers doesn't get that from the other brands. But what I love most about Les Deux is when we do it the old school way. I received a photo from our team in France, Maxence and Eric, sitting at a table, writing handwritten notes to all of our customers, saying thank you for being part of the journey. Thank you for the amazing work that you're doing out there. And just a little fact, it's a personal touch, and the personal touch is so important. It's a people's business. So we visit our customers more, we do more competition, we do more staff training. We are the brand that is out there, and we are the brand that are taking the time in a modern way to send a personal note. It has a great offer, and it really makes me happy that people are still thinking about doing that. Find the inspiration from market to market. We will try to share as much of these things that is going on in each market and send out to all of you. That is something really strong. A little funny story on the side is actually what we also succeeded in was growing the business in difficult places in the world. So even though that Ukraine is in war with Russia, Israel is also in war with different neighbors, we actually grew our market in Israel. We actually grew with more shops in Ukraine. And if we are able to do that in a positive way, then we are able to do it anywhere in the world. But again, it comes down to the narrative. It comes down to the belief that you have a really, really, really strong brand, that we don't do the easy deals, and that we believe in growth. And when you face difficulties, because in these partnerships, we will be facing difficulties, something is on our side. I know that this season we have been late on deliveries, and I'm the first one to say sorry for that. We are changing all the things that is not going in the right direction. And when I get the info that we are late on deliveries and it makes your job difficult, or we have problems with qualities or production, I can't describe how it burns inside of me. I just want to change it. But I think that the reason that we were winning is because we don't stop up. We don't say it's somebody else's fault. This is our fault, and this is something that we can change. And from the Deux HQ, we are putting so much pressure on you guys out there, on your performance. So you are more than welcome in calling me up, sending an email to my team when we don't perform, because we also owe you guys to perform as much as possible and perform on the same level as we expect from you. We are changing with the deliveries. We are working with our qualities constantly, and I think we've come a long way. But our success is defined by how we deal with each and every problem. If we deal with it in a positive, proactive way, then we're gonna win. And that I expect from both you, me, and my own team. Going forward, this is a strong collection. This means that we can grow and we can get new customers, customers. We can move the customers. And I have a lot of expectations for another great season. A massive thank you to my team who are sitting out there and listening. A massive thank you to each of one of the markets. I'm looking forward to visiting all of you, seeing you in person, because in the end, whether it comes to you guys, whether it's come to our shop, or the people working here in the HQ, in our shops, in the warehouse, wherever in the world, this is a people's business. Let's go out there, let's win the hearts and convince them that Deux is the strongest and will become one of the strongest brands in history. I will let the scene to my partner through many years, Matthias, who has done an amazing job with his team in building and presenting this beautiful collection. Have a beautiful day out there, and thank you so much for listening.
Hi guys, my name is Matthias and I am the creative director at Deux. This is our pre-autumn campaign, The Roots. When we created the mood board for the season, we wanted the element of the contemporary urban uniforms that meets the preppy 90s leisure wear. We also wanted to add on some 70s inspired sportswear mixed with a bit of Americana. And on top of that, it was important for us to have an element of something fresh and sporty with a retro vibe.
Thank you, and cut.
The color palette of the season is primarily inspired by the landscape. So we have the beautiful mountains that are khaki, browns, and neutral. We have sunrises and sunsets with pink and orange, trees that has this beautiful greens. So all in all, the nature actually created the palette for the season. Obviously, the collection consists of some of the workwears like cotton jersey and twill. But to highlight some of the more interesting fabrics, we are working with rugged denim, slop yarn linens, beautiful embroidery and glaze, and yarn dyed dubby with a slag finish. For us as a brand, it's always very important to keep developing. For instance, we've really worked hard on fitting for this season. As an example, we have added a more loose fit to the jerseys, working with more box fits in the shirting category. And then for the coats and jackets, we wanted to create something a bit more oversized and drapey, and I think we really succeeded with that too. Working with the artworks for this season, it's very important for us to create contrast. We are working with an LA-based artist called Josh Diaz, who has this vintage, nostalgic way of doing his drawing. I think the combination of his work mixed with our sans serif way of doing prints really creates an interesting juxtaposition in the overall expression of the collection. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.
That's a wrap, everybody.
Good morning guys, and welcome to this online meeting. I have been looking so much forward to this day for a month. We have done our best to create something I think is truly amazing and something that really pushes the boundaries of the brand once again. I think you will see that once I go through the different materials and you start looking into the collection. I think you will see that we have really done our absolute best to push this brand in the right direction for this season once again. I think it's very important also just to mention here that we are still extremely reliable on the mass that we have and the mass in the collection, and we are keeping our prices. We're keeping that sweet spot in the market. The price range and the price points are the right place still, whilst we're still and keep on diving into qualities and are, I think, playing with some really interesting fabrics for this season. The season itself is a summer. We call it pre-autumn, but it is really a summer. So what we wanted to do with the collection, what we wanted to do with the vibe of all the material, was to create this atmosphere, this warm weather atmosphere where you can really see the clothing work in the environment and work in the heat. And we took a trip to Los Angeles and shot everything. When we initially started designing the collection, we just wanted to, as we do every single time, create a wardrobe for a person. And the person that we wanted to create a wardrobe for was a late 20s guy who grew up in one of the southern states of America. He comes from a small family in like a small town where everybody supports each other. So he comes from like an environment that's very supportive and builds you up. He is being drawn in by the limelights of the big city and moves to Los Angeles to pursue a career within music. That is our story. That's our internal story from where we have designed the collection from. The material itself is very much inspired by the road trip between his home now in LA and where he grew up. And it's sort of timeless. It can be any time, any year, any date. But for us, it was just very important to see that this is a guy that is on a move. And we really want to showcase all of the different facets of the collection by putting him in different environments. Of course, we're still styling like we always do. We have this preppy street matrix that we want to dive into. So it has to be preppy street, modern, nostalgic, and so on and so on. And I think we really did a great job doing that. For this season, of course, it is a t-shirt heavy and short sleeve shirt heavy collection. And I think we have some amazing stuff for you. We have really developed a lot in the shirt department with fabrics and fits. And in the t-shirts, we have been playful and are trying a lot of new stuff with exploring new ways of doing artworks and also the fits and the weight of the fabrics and so on. So I think we have created something that is truly unique and very wholesome, but still very much in line with the brand that we are. Just to tell you a little bit about the assets, this time we have spent a lot of time, as we always do, on the visual merchandising side of stuff. That means that you will get a visual merchandising guide, but for this season we're trying something new where we have made it interactive. That means that when you look through our visual merchandising guide, you can actually press the different products that are on the rack and see instantly which product it is. I think it gives an easy overview and it will help you a lot when you are styling your showrooms. If you still have some issues or some trouble with how to arrange your own showroom, reach out. We have a guy here in the office who are doing tremendous work right now with styling our showroom internally, Magnus Kuhn, who is also part of the B2B team. Reach out. He will be more than happy to help you guys with a few tips and tricks to how you can make your showroom look amazing for this season. The different color palettes, of course, are an easy win to style those in different sections, but definitely reach out. We will be more than happy to help you out. We have an updated brand book. We have the lookbook. We have fitting guides, again, on video. Very easy for you guys to see how the different styles drape on the perfect medium. And then we have key outfits, like key looks. And of course the huge, the huge catalog with the product catalog. So all in all, I think you have a lot of content to work with. Once the season starts in 8 to 10 months from now, we have created an amazing social media package that can also be used for internal shop use. We have shot so many different campaigns focusing on short sleeve shirts, campaigns focusing on swimwear, focusing on fabrics and artworks and so on. So we really have a massive package for you guys out there to dive into and work with. Of course, on top of that, we have our studio lookbook, which I think for this season has become a bit more sophisticated, a bit more cool. I think it's still relevant and young, but I think we have really just turned a few knobs and added on that layer of sophistication that I think is really suiting for the brand. And then of course we have the photo shoot that you will receive for Smart Frames in your showroom, but is also which is also the shoot that you will see in your lookbooks. And for that we chose to go with an authentic couple, a guy called Donovan and his girlfriend Mahia. He is an upcoming musician from Los Angeles. He actually fits the part that we wanted to, that we styled the collection and designed the collection to. He is like mid-20s, he is rugged and cool, he works as a musician and a model in LA. He lives out of his studio at the moment and he produces like new songs every second. And we actually talked about, the team and I, that either he has made it in a year or he is homeless in a year. He had that weird vibe about him and I really like that. He was really a go-getter and fun to work with, and he brought his girlfriend to work and we added her into the campaign, and I think it gave some depth to the photo shoot and make it a bit more realistic and make it more real, and actually very personal too. So I think we really succeeded with that too. Well, anyway, I can't wait to dive into the collection with you guys and show you what we've been working for. But first, here is the new collection video. Welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed that video as much as we internally already do. We really love that vibe, and taking down the speed is, I think it's really suiting. Also something that you see on a larger scale right now, that people are making the videos a bit more slowed down, creating more like small vibes instead of like fast-paced videos, and I think it's really suiting and something that looks incredible from us. Just to let you know, of course, you have that 4 and something minute video, but we also did a cut down, which is about 2 minutes. If that will make it easier for you to work with it, then definitely do so. But if you can if you have the possibility of showcasing and showing the 4-minute video, do that. I think it really sets the tone and the mood for the sale of this season and what we wanted to create with the video for this season. So I'm gonna dive into the collection now, and I've really been looking forward to this. I will show you about 60% of the collection, maybe a bit less, and we'll just highlight some of the products that I feel is most important to show to you guys here. I will start with jersey and then dive into shirts and overshirts and jackets and pants and so on. A bit of accessories in the end. And then as the last thing of today, I'm gonna show you something that we've been working on, which is still a little bit secret, but we have a release coming up of a quite exclusive collaboration, but I will end the broadcast with that today. So, diving into jersey, we'll start off with this beautiful style. It is a Arthur knitted tank top. We have really been playing around with different fabrics. If you zoom in on the other camera here, you can really see the texture. It is something that we have really been working on for this season, trying to get a much more tactility into the product for this season while still keeping them rather simple. So for this style, we have this knitted texture. I think it looks beautiful. And then we have this LD, scripted LD embellishment embroidered on the chest. It comes in 2 color options, a terracotta red and an ivory. I will just remember to mention now, before I forget it, I already did once, if you have any questions throughout this next hour and a half, send an email to Nick. He is right over here helping out. And he has the email address nick@ledeux.com. So if you have any questions about anything, let us know and we'll be more than happy to answer the questions. Another style here is also called Arthur. Arthur is the fit of the style. We have been working with this beautiful rib jersey. It's a classic tank top, and then we have embroidered our crew logo here. It's available in 2 color options. It's fitted regular, and I think is like perfect for matching under a open shirt, short sleeve shirt, or just under a hoodie, zipper hoodie for the season. Comes in these 2 color options. Another tank top, something I think is becoming a household product from us, the basketball mesh jersey, comes in these 2 color options for this season. We have added this beautiful check and a huge embroidery over the chest. I think it looks incredible. And then we have one that is more classic in the navy and ivory, but still with the large crew scripted Le Deux logo. Comes in 2 color options. For the same program, we have added something new and fun, which is a t-shirt, but done in mesh with a small V in the neck, but still the same mesh fabric and everything. The fit of this t-shirt is a bit more boxed, so you have a looser fit. It's very like 90s New York streetwear inspired, something that you would see from Fubu or Karl Kani in the 90s, but I think it fits in perfectly for us as a brand now. This being mixed with denim and something like that would just look amazing. Still has the same references to the basketball jerseys with the scripted over the chest. Then we have some new fun artworks for t-shirts for the season in 3 color options. I'm just showing you the t-shirts. Just remember that most of these jersey items are also available in crews and hoodies. So make sure that when you open up your collection in the showroom to see that you got everything that fits together. This one is a cool little summer tee, available in 3 colors, white with a beautiful green, this beautiful pink with navy, and a black with blue. Then we have something fun. You saw this in the video before with Josh Diaz. We worked with this very, very cool LA-based graphic designer who does like his style of drawing is so interesting and so unique. He's very much inspired by like poster work of like the 50s and 60s. So everything is like monocolor, and I think it's really interesting. And what he does is, I think it really puts a layer on us as a brand too. The way that he does most of his graphics is, of course, through a long session with me, and then we talk about like what do we want to create with the graphics and so on. And I told him the story behind the collection and the wardrobe that we wanted to create. But I also told him that for me it's very important that he stay true to what he does. So he created a few artworks for us, and for this season we're working with 2 of them. We have this one, which is quite unique, which is like a desert plant and a snake and something. And I think it turned out great. We have printed and embroidered on this beautiful slop yarn, which gives some texture to the jersey, and it's available in 4 color options. We have a pink, a beautiful green, we have a black version, and an ivory version. Really, really cool graphic tee for the season. Also from the same artist, he created something that is in line with an all-over print that you see in the collection of a musician who is sitting and playing the guitar. You'll see the artwork later when I introduce both pants and jackets, but also on short sleeve shirts and swimwear. It's a beautiful print, and it really shows like the community sense of like growing up in a small city and coming together as a small town, which I love. For this one, we have a huge contrast on the white and black. We have a black on black version, and then we have this sand with a green version too. Of course, this program is also available in sweats and hoods. Then we have something a bit more typographical, which is something that we have been working with before, which I think adds a layer of street on top of the brand, a bit more than the graphic, like the drawings, which I think is a bit more romantic. I think this is more raw. This is a capsule that consists of 4 different color versions. I think all of them are unique and interesting in their own way. And it's something that you will see as a huge part of the collection. It's a heavier jersey for this one. It's available in short sleeve and long sleeve, sweats and hoodies. And I think it turned out great. The print is a classic water print. And yeah, the style itself is super cool and has this reg to oversize fit. Then we have another typographical artwork here, a bit more inspired by sport. We have taken our classic scripted Deux logo from Crew and added some sportiness to it, where it sort of resembles a sports team logo, and then we have on the other side here, inspired by community, driven by passion, which is sort of the saying that we're using for this collection, which I think is spot on for us as a brand too. It's available in 4 different color options. It's also here in a very bright lime green. The print is a puff print, which also adds an element of sportiness to it, I think. Also a bit of like retro when you print that way, and a white with black. 4 different color versions, also available in sweats and hoods. Then we have something a bit more basic. This is a rubber printed style, very sophisticated, very conservative. It's very much clean and classic. It's the LD. Again, you saw it on the Arthur. We've been trying to incorporate it here and there in the collection. Here we have it in a full jersey range. The gray with red, the white with black, a beautiful blue with white, and lastly, a dark navy with white too. This is a classic Le Deux fit. The fabric is super soft. It's a great fabric, and it's also available in sweats and hoods. Remember, if you have any questions under the way, you can just send Nick an email, and we'll try to explain as well as we can and answer your questions. A few new stuff that we're playing around with here in Jersey is, of course, as you saw on the first tank top, the knitted stuff, the texture and the tactility. We have a style like this. I can just put it over here. Done again in this beautiful check, the same check that we're using on the basketball jerseys. It's like a baby blue ivory, and then it has like the scripted logo on the chest. I don't know if you can see it here. It's quite bright, the light today. Simple form, oversized and boxy, and I think it's just like a super fun and different polo, but still kept in the jersey universe. It's something that we, when working with the collection, was really drawn towards trying to use as much as possible. And then lastly, in the jersey category, we have these knitted shirts. It's still jersey, but it's knitted, which jersey always is, but it has like a more knitted look, of course. Here in a beautiful ivory and a beautiful forest green. I know that we have had tremendous success with the knitted shirts, and I think a style like this will be for those, I would say, few consumers who haven't already joined the movement of the knitted shirt. I think this is a pretty good way into that style. It's a lightweight and it's a jersey, so it's very easy to understand. It comes in these 2 beautiful color options. Of course, we have a lot of other knitted styles because we can truly see how successful you are with those products out there. But that was like a few highlights of the jersey that I wanted to show you guys. And I am gonna dive into shirts now. Just give me a second. So I'm just hanging these now, and then I will take you through them in a second. Some of these shirts I will be presenting as just in one fit. Some of them comes in different fits. Some of them are short sleeve, some long sleeve, some available in both. I will of course just mention that. And then a few of the styles are part of a cohort, like matching shorts and top. I will also show you those styles, of course. Let's start with something I think is super fun. It's a beautiful textured shirt here. What we're trying to do is that whenever we're adding a new texture, a new fun fabric or something different that we haven't done before, we're really trying to keep in mind to always remember the existing customer, the customer that we already have out there that loves the fits, that knows the fits, and are coming back over and over again for that fit that they feel comfortable with. So this style is made in the Conrad, which is like our classic shirt fit. It's a super, super cool textured shirt. It has like this almost embroidery anglaise to it. It's a beautiful fabric, comes in 2 different color options. It's with button down collar and a small embroidered logo here on the front. Very classic shirt, but once you get closer to it, you can really see and feel the amazing texture and the small embroidered threads on top of the fabric. 2 color options, a beautiful ivory and a navy. Then we have a huge selection of the linens. I know how successful you guys are and we are with linens out there. It's a must for the summer season. All of these are available in long sleeve and short sleeve. Comes in a navy ivory, a light blue ivory, a ivory, a light blue, a black, and a new color that we're trying out for the season called plant green, which is this warm, earthy green, which has like so much volume just to the color. It's really interesting to look at. All of these are of course available in long sleeve and short sleeve, and it's a classic fit that you know from the linen shirts. Then I'm going to show you a few styles that has a bit more texture. We have a new style here, which is fitted a bit oversized. It's been like an instant favorite here in the office. It's available in 2 different color versions. One that is a mix of greens and one that's a mix of neutrals with the ivory, the gray, and the light brown. It's fitted a little bit oversized. The fabric itself has like some pull to it. It's really, really beautiful. It's a bit like a crepe fabric, and it's truly interesting. It's something that we're going to work with again for pre-spring. So in a few seasons, we're going to do this again because it really is an incredible fabric and it's really rich. And the tactility is interesting, and you really want to just dive into this product. So it's also something that we have been using quite a lot on the imagery because it really, yeah, as I said, instantly became a favorite. Then we have a style like this. It's a cotton fabric, but it really has the resemblance of a linen. It's really wavy and interesting to look at. It has so much texture to the fabric. It's available in 2 different color options, an ivory and this plant green mix. It's our version of a maybe easier to wear Isaac linen. We had the Isaac linen a few seasons ago, which really was good for us. Here we are trying to put it down at a different price level where everybody can join in. It's a cotton, but you still get the slop yarn texture, which I think makes it very suitable for the season. It's also a fabric that is light enough to be a shirt, but is also heavy enough to be an overshirt. So you can really style it in a million ways, either just like it is or over a t-shirt open. I think the camp color too makes it a younger style, more fresh, which I also think is really suitable for a fabric like this. The same fabric is available in a short sleeve version 2, classic camp color with a pocket on the chest, a bit more to the reg fit, which I think is also great for a fabric like this. Then we have a fun seasonal printed shirt on this a bit raw material, which I really like. We have printed on this fabric before. It's a rami cotton mix, which I think makes it a little bit interesting. It also gives it like the hand feel of something vintagey, which is not bad if you ask me. The print itself is the same as I talked about before, really showcases the small city life coming together, meeting up, playing music, having lunch on Sundays and all of that. So I think it's really like a community inspired all over print, which is very much on brand. Then we have some quite interesting fabrics here. This is like 2 cohorts we wanted to create. As I said in the interview video too, we really wanted to dive into that sense of 70s inspired sportswear, leisure wear. So we took this shirt fabric, which is a little bit heavy, but still has a lightness because of the way that it's been weaved. And then we wanted to create something that could look like a 70s inspired like sports set. So instead of creating a classic shirt, we made it with a small zipper here, which gives it that fun, playful, and sporty energy, which I really like in this product. Available in 2 color options, this blue, reddish purple, and a light blue and white version too. Great fabric, really interesting, and it's also, of course, you can use it as a cohort or a set, but it's just as fine to just use the shorts for something simple or the shirt the same way. So the same print as you saw before, very colorful here. We have toned it down and actually knitted it into the shirt as a jacquard weave, which makes it super, super cool. It's also a 2-way fabric because of the way that it's been made. So like on the inside here, you'll see the same pattern as you see on the outside, the same artwork of the very community-inspired print that we created here as a full jacquard, available in 2 color options, a blue and grayish, and a ivory and green version. I think both are super rich, incredible hand feel, so soft, and still very easy to wear. Then we have something very much inspired by the collection theme and the surroundings. This is a lightweight poplin shirt with an, I just wanted to say all over embroidered flower chain, but it's not all over embroidered. It's really done with a lot of sophistication. So you have the embroidery going from the collar down the body and around, all the way around the back and up again, and then you just have it on the sleeves too. I think it's a very much on theme shirt, but still cool, playful. This with a pair of jeans is like incredible summer look. It's available in 2 color versions. One here, the black with the flowers, which is a bit contrasty, but also a version here where we've toned it down, so it's just like a subtle tonal embroidery. So you can really style it in different ways. Then we're diving into some of the more expressive styles. Here, for instance, we have an incredible fabric. It's embroidery anglaise with, I wanted to say small paisleys, but it's not really paisleys, it's more like doodles. Maybe it's easier to see here. It's really an incredible fabric. Of course, because of the embroidery anglaise, you have like a fabric with a lot of small holes in it, which makes it very airy and light. But the fabric itself has a bit of stiffness to it. It's done in a more box fit. It has like a more boxy bottom. We removed the camp color and kept it a bit more clean, which is also something I see more in streetwear. So I think it was really fun to take a very beautiful and formal fabric and then put it on something for the street guy. Quite interesting. Really, really beautiful fabric. Then we have these styles, very much inspired from the small collaboration that we did with KaDeWe earlier this year. We came up with this fun, playful embroidered pattern, which I think turned out great. Of course, this is a more exclusive piece of garment. It also has a higher price, but I think you get exactly what you pay for. I think it's super luxurious. It looks amazing. What we've tried to do in this fabric is to add some of like the recognizable symbols from the collections prior to this, with the small ornament here and so on. We also have the LD on the fabric too. It's available in 2 color options, the ivory and black, and then one that's a bit more colorful and playful with light blue, greens, terracottas, and so on. All in all, I think it's a great cord with matching shorts. Something that you can use, of course, as a set, but definitely also just as standalone pieces, which is how I use it here in the office. And then lastly, with the shirts, we have this. It's a beautiful pinstripe, once again, interesting tactile fabric. It has a lot of body to it, which gives it, I think, some very, very interesting ways of using this garment. It's available in a short sleeve shirt and a pair of shorts, but also available in an overshirt and pants. The pants are very loose fitted, so they drape really, really nicely, which I think is great for this fabric. Let me know once you open your boxes and start playing around with the different shirts and the different fabrics. Let us know what you think. Do you like it? So on. I think it's always interesting to get the feedback from you guys. But this one consists of 4 different pieces, and I think it's a great little ensemble that you can really mix and match in any way you want. The overshirt, the short sleeve shirt, the shorts, and the pants. So I will dive into some of the tracksuits. I will take you through tracksuits, and then I will take you through some of the jackets too. Just give me a second. Tack. So, I'm just going to start with something new that we're trying out with Tracksuits for the season, is that we, with shirting fabric, has created like a small tracksuit ensemble. It consists of shorts and a short sleeve shirt, so you can wear it like very classically, very much how we normally look, but then we want to try something really fun, and then we created a full zip track top, very much inspired by like 70s sportswear, a little bit like tennisy, which I think is quite nice. Comes with a, of course, zipper, two-way zipper, and then the fabric itself is super unique. The way that it's been weaved is really interesting. Once again, as I said in the beginning, this is really a collection where we have been working a lot with tactility and fabric and really tried to push the boundaries of what you usually see from us as a brand. I think it makes the whole collection a bit more sophisticated and cool, and I think it really highlights how far we have gotten as a brand. So please be sure to really notice the fabrics that we are working with for this season. The same style is also available in a more earthy version, black, light sand, in like a mid brown, like a mountain gray. Same ensemble, the shorts, double pockets, the short sleeve shirt with camp color and a chest pocket, and then lastly, once again, the track top. Well, I think what's important to say about the track top is that of course it's been designed as a track top for our collection, but it is just as much a light summer jacket that can be styled with pretty much anything. We played around with both doing it with a t-shirt under it, but also with a shirt and a tie, which actually elevated the product quite a lot. So it is really an ensemble that can be used in like multiple ways. Another very fun piece, if you ask me, is this. It's a very fun piece. It's like a chameleon fabric that changes colors like whenever it takes in light from different angles. I was so lucky that the manufacturer sent me a pair of shorts in the beginning of the summer, and I can tell you that I have been wearing almost nothing else for the past few months. I get so much attention. People think, oh, where did they come from? It's so cool and so different. I'm like, yeah, well, it's just like the direction that we're on as a brand. We want to make fun, cool stuff that stands out, and this is exactly that. This is a conversation starter. It's something that pulls people to the rack, and it's truly, truly interesting. It's available in shorts, pants, and a double zip track top. Just to tell you a little bit about the shorts, it's a new fit that we're trying out here where we have zipper in the pockets, we have a little bit of room in the legs, and it's sort of like the Raphael short that you know and love, but it's a little bit updated. Same with the track pants. We're trying to keep them quite regular fitted, but it is still quite interesting once you put it on. Cool, then I will dive into some of the overshirts. Just one second. Question? Yeah, I just got a question regarding the collection video. And I think I told you, but I can say it again. The collection video that we showed in the beginning is 4 something long. We also made a cut down that is only 2 minutes long, that is easier to work with. Maybe even shorter, I can't remember how far down we got it, but it is like 1 to 2 minutes. Here in the overshirts, we have this very clean, oh sorry, can you take the big picture again? We have this, it's very light drapey. The fabric has a lot of tactility, it's really drapey and almost a little bit curly, but it's really, really a soft fabric here. It has this sort of denim-y look, which I quite like, and it's available in overshirts and shorts. One of the comments we got from you guys from the past season, and we've heard it before too, was that you really needed cohorts. So if we have a top, you want a matching bottom. We're trying our best to live up to that. It's of course a little bit difficult sometimes with the fabrics that we work with, but we really, every time we see an opportunity of creating a bottom to a top, we take it and try our best to make it fit in. So I hope that you can see that with a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you. Another overshirt here is this beautiful paisley patchwork overshirt. It's a fabric I found in New York City at a like a fabric store where I went in and I found this and I was like, okay, this is just incredible. I need to have this. We need to have this in our collection. So I bought a piece home and it wasn't enough, so we had to buy even more. I had to go back to the store, back to New York and get even more. And then we ended up with this beautiful style. We have tried to make it into sort of like a denim look, like a rugged denim look, but it is still a classic cotton overshirt. It's of course done in a jacquard weave, and it really highlights the exclusivity and like the uniqueness of the fabric. Of course, being a fabric like this, all styles will be different because we can't put the pattern on the same way every single time. But I think the uniqueness is also something that you buy into with a fabric like this. Also available in shorts, these are our rider shorts. A bit more box fit, which I also think is the right way to go with a fabric like this. Another piece of denim that we're working with here is this sort of cloud-inspired rugged denim. It's done in a oversized short, which I think is really fitting for this fabric. It's an Italian fabric, so of course it's a bit more pricey, but wow, what a standout piece. It's so unique and so beautiful. And then for this, we had new buttons made. So you can really, I don't know if you can see it here. I'll see if I can find the light. But here you can see that we've added our small Felipe flower logo into the buttons, which really elevates the product too. The heaviness of the fabric is also incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful denim. I think the detailing and everything really comes together and highlights the beautiful fabric here. I think it's something that's fun, and I truly hope that you will succeed with at least getting the customer out there to look at this, touch this, and have an opinion on this, because this is, for us, it's the right direction. It's fun, it's young, and it's playful, it's elevated, so yeah, definitely fits in. And as I said, it's a bit more heavy. As I recall, it's a 12 or 13 ounce denim, just to let you know. Lastly, in the overshirts, we have this. It's an updated version of the Isaac here in the overshirt. Once again, we are taking the fabric to Italy, working with the beautiful Poltex factory that we've been working with before, creating such a textured fabric here in a linen mix. Really delicate, really beautiful. Available in one color, the ivory, which for us is the most suiting for the season. Again, a conversation starter, something really to talk into, and something that elevates the selection of overshirts and shirts in general. Another fun piece is the all-over printed denim here. It's the rider pants with the all-over artwork, the community artwork I showed you earlier. Once again, we have added small, beautiful details. We have our new patch on the back here with the crew logo here, and I think all in all, just like a cool, fun, standout piece. It's really something that we've tried for this season, is to create some energy around the different categories and really start to like push the boundaries of where we can take the different products. And I think with a print like this, but still printed on something quite casual and simple, like a short, chic jacket here, is I think it makes it convincing. It's something that we want, and it's something that we really want it to work and make fit in. And I think that we did the job. A fun print on a cool canvas fabric, shorts, pants, and a cool, chic, short jacket. Then we have a few new jackets for the season. Here, the varsity jacket, the cotton nylon varsity jacket we introduced for spring is now available in 2 new designs. For spring, it was toned down with the subtle scripted, the Deux logo, the crew logo. Here we are playing around with 2 different logo types. We have the LD on the ivory, and then we have a new, more, we tried to make it like a gas station-y look, and embroidered here on the chest. The jackets are green, yellow, and ivory here with like small stripes in the rib. And this one is ivory and 2 different tones of green with the LD. So it's the same jacket, it's the same fit as you got for spring, but here updated with new embellishments and new stripes on the sleeves and on the neck. I know that, of course, it's not a jacket season, but for us, it's just so important to keep this college vibe alive and the sportiness alive in every single collection. So please use it as like a styling piece and something cool for the mannequins in the showroom, and I'm sure you're going to have some success with jackets like this. And then lastly, from jackets, of course, I'm not showing a lot of things, so just keep in mind that if there's something, oh, where are the new Como stuff and classic Como jackets and so on, it's in the collection. Don't worry, I'm just showing you some of the new stuff that we're doing. Here, we have a new fabric that we're using for the Como for this season. It's a bit more stiff, technical fabric, here available in the coach. It's water repellent and so on, so it has a few technicalities. It's not padded, but it's just lined, which I think is nice. It's very much like a postman jacket, like a coach's jacket. And I think with the small embroidery on the chest, we make it sporty and cool. And it's available with matching pants that I will show you in a second. It's the classic coach, Como coach, but with like small updates, logo-wise, and so on. The fabric itself is fun and technical. It's like a new version of the Sebastian that you saw for spring, but still a little bit different. Give me 1 second. So I'm just taking out shorts and pants for you to see. And then we're going to dive into knitwear. And lastly, accessories. And then you have seen the products that I wanted to highlight for this season. And remember, you can always reach out, send an email, pick up the phone, give us a call. If you have any questions when you're opening up your boxes in your office, I will be more than happy to put a few more words on the styles that you have been receiving for this season. So the pants for the jacket I just showed you are these one. It's a classic Deux pant. Very, very simple. Reg fit. We try to keep it as clean as possible. You see it here with a non-formal closure here, zipper, everything done a bit more subtle and sophisticated, also to respect the fabric, which I like a lot. Here again on the navy. All in all, such a great pant that you have seen before. It's the Cody. We've done the Cody in corduroy in like previous collections, and now we have taken the fit, added a new fabric to it, and keeping the fit alive in some sense. Here we have a classic Como. I'm just showcasing the Como Reg here in a new fabric. We really hear a lot from you guys that you want development, you want something new in this category, especially on the Como pants because of the success that you're having with the pant and the success that we're having with the pant. So we are constantly looking for new, exciting fabrics that are beautiful and looks great, but not necessarily cost more. So we're really diving deep every single season to see what we can find to thrill you guys and excite you guys. And for this season, we found this beautiful fabric. The pants are called like Como Solid. The fabric is lighter than the Como. It has a bit less texture. It's a bit more formal. And I think it fits perfectly for the season because of the lightness of the fabric. It drapes beautiful and it works a bit more than the regular Como fabric because of the lightness. So please keep an eye on these when you open these out. Open these up from the boxes. Available in 2 different color options, a beautiful light green and a navy. Same fabric is also available in a jacket. So you will see that jacket when you open the collection. Then we have a huge selection of linen. We know that this, as I said, for the shirts is such a huge, I'm sorry if there's a little bit of noise in the background, it's because somebody is doing something in the office that is extremely noisy. I'm so sorry. We have this available in 5 different color options. We have 2 beautiful pinstripes, a ivory with the plant green, and a gray with white, both very seasonal and very light colors. And then we have 3 seasonal color options too. We have a mountain gray brown, we have a green, and we have an ivory. So I just need to tell you this because we made a choice here in the office when we did the linens for this season, was that We've heard a few people talk about they wanting a bit more. I'm sorry for the noise. Sorry for that. It's we heard some people who really wanted to have a more formal function to the pants. So what we did was to actually for this season do our linen pants in the Pinot fit, which means that you get on the back here, you get the full elastic waist on the back, but on the front you get the formal waist. You've seen these pants before, we've done them before, it's the Pinot. They fit reg on the legs, but I think with this new updated version within the linen, we will see that the customers can buy into the linen in a different way. I think with the Patrick, our linen pants become very casual and are difficult to use for a summer wedding if you want to wear a belt and tuck your shirt. I think what we've done with this little ensemble is to actually give you that possibility to use your linen pants for more formal occasions too. Then we have this. Once again, it is really a collection where we have been playing around with fabrics and tactility, which is also why it's a little bit difficult to really get the products through the screen to you guys, but I hope that you can sense what it is that we're trying to do here. Again, in the Pinot fit, we have this beautiful set of 2 pants, also available in short sleeve shirt and long sleeve shirt. It's a crisp, like paper crisp poplin. It's a little bit stiff, but in the right way. It's very airy and light, and like a really perfect, very like Asian-inspired summer pant, which of course, because of the lightness and the paper fabric, is something that you can style very formal with a white shirt when you go to work, but is just as relevant with a white t-shirt and a pair of sneakers. So a really interesting fabric, available in navy and plant green. For the wider fits, we have added a randle. The randle is sort of the same as the wreath. There are like a few things here and there that are not the same. It's a bit wider than the wreath, a bit more wide-legged. It's with pleats. And these are my favorites, I have to say. I love the more box fit clothing at the moment. That's the way I'm going. That's the direction I'm moving in. So for the shorts, we have a bigger fit pant, a bigger fit short, sorry. The fabric is a tencel mix, which also gives it this amazing hand feel, very light, airy. It drapes beautifully. It's a perfect summer quality. Here, available in 2 different color options. It's a navy and the light sand ivory version here. It's something that we have been working with a lot on the imagery too, so you'll see that a lot in the campaign. I think it fits in perfectly, especially when we are working with new, larger silhouettes in every single category. Of course, it's something that we're working with in this category too. The fabric itself is a tencel mix, which is such a great fabric. Can't wait to get some responses from you guys on how you really receive the collection, how you experience the collection. And then I just want to show you guys, we had 2 of them for spring, but people were still like, oh, where are the Raphael shorts? We can't seem to find the Raphael shorts, and maybe we hide them too well in the collection. So for this season, we really wanted to make a splash. So here you have 5 new colorways of the Raphael shorts, some more sophisticated and clean, and some more playful and fun. We have a beautiful ivory, terracotta red, a lime, a black, and a blue. Quite the selection. Also a short that has been tremendously popular from us. I think the possibility of styling Oxford shirts or linen shirts with a sporty short like this really showcases exactly what this brand is about. It's sporty, it's fun, but it's also sophisticated and clean and classic. Now I will dive into knitwear. We have a few new colors of the Emmanuel. The Emmanuel, for those of you who haven't seen it before, is our lightweight linen polo shirt. We have it in 4 different color options for the season. A beautiful mountain gray teak, a ivory, the terracotta red, and a fun and playful lime. Cool, small selection. I think it's great. I think it's important to keep the classics fun. And I think we do that by adding a fresh color like the lime green. So a really, really cool, fun, small selection of linen polos. Then we have a knitted shirt. Let me see here. In a multicolored yarn. It's ivory, it's yellow, it's green, it's brown, it's so many different colors. Beautiful fabric. The look of the style is very classic, but with the way that we have knitted it, it really becomes interesting. We have it in this one very colorful version, which turned out great, if you ask me. This with a pair of black suit pants like the ones I just showed you with tencel. What a good look. Still, if you want to keep it a bit more sophisticated, we have the all black version 2, where you still get the look of the way that it's been knitted, but it's a bit more down to earth, a bit more clean. I think both has the same amount of relevance. Such a cool product. Then we have been working with updating a classic. It's the knit from a guy you know from earlier, the Gareth. You had tremendous success with the Gareth when we had it as a shirt. Now with the huge global trend of polos taking over more and more and more, and especially in a year from now, it will be huge, the knitted polos, but also just polos in general. I think that this is a great addition and a great update to something that the customer already knows, but put into a different context. It's available in 3 different color versions. We have the ivory, we have a black, and we have a fun and playful pink. If you remember the knit, the Gareth knit, you will remember that it was quite heavy. We have taken down the heaviness of the garment, which I also think is quite fitting for the season. And then lastly, for the knits, we have this beautiful short sleeve knitted shirt too. This is something that is really unique. The fabric is a mix with a little bit of linen, and then the way that it's been knitted is with this pinstripe knit, but with smaller details here around the placket, which I think really showcase like the level of knit that we are working with here. The same detail we've worked with on the back too, so you get that sporty stripe all the way down the back. which I think also really showcases the playfulness and the coolness of this garment. Available in a light brown and a navy version. Then I will just show you a huge selection of swimwear. This being summer, pre-autumn, swimwear is at the height. So we really went deep in the selection of swims. We have 2 classic stripes, a beautiful green white and a classic light blue and white. Then we have 4 options of solids, a sand, the lime green, a black, and a light blue. Small, cool, sharp selection. And lastly, we have some prints. The community print, the fun, playful community print as a swim short printed on the, what's it called? The seersucker fabric that we always use. Then we have 2 floral prints. These floral prints are also available in short sleeve shirts. I think what's so cool about the floral styles here is the bottoms, where we have made the bottoms a bit more sporty. You'll see that on the short sleeve shirts too when you open up your boxes in the office. And lastly, we have some printed short, like striped printed shorts here with a bit more color to it. We have a navy, light blue, and plant green, and we have a plant green with light blue and ivory. Same color options you will see in the poplin selection for the season. So all in all, a quite comprehensive selection of swimwear, but I think it is completely right for the season. I will now take you through some of the caps. And then remember, if you have any questions about anything, let us know. If not, that's fine. You're always welcome to send an email afterwards, give us a call afterwards. But after I have showed you some of the caps, we're actually close to being done with this short presentation of the day. If you have any questions, if there's anything you need to know about anything, let us know. We are more than ready to take in your questions and answer them the best possible way. Nick is sitting right over here. It's nick@deux.com. Please let us know if you want a more thorough go through, if there's anything that we missed out on, is there anything you want to see that we haven't talked about, let us know. I am here now and I'm more than willing to guide you through the collection. For the caps, we have a few dad caps. Here, very like American-inspired dad caps is soft dad caps with embroidered LD. The LD is something that you'll see throughout the collection, as I already mentioned. Here, a bit more sporty with the outline logo. We have a fun, playful cap that matches the tracksuit I showed you earlier in the chameleon fabric. Also very fun, cool to style with if you're going very clean in your outfit, black pants, black shirt. A style like this can really enhance the look and really take it to the next level. Also dad cap shape. Then we have a few caps that we did with Josh Diaz, the graphic designer that we work with, the art director, both in a washed cotton. I think they turned out great. It really gives that layer of nostalgia into the collection. So when you're working with these, try to mix these with maybe like the poplins, really to create sort of like a juxtaposition within the different matrix that we're working with. Then we have a style that goes with the jersey that you saw earlier. I think it's quite cool. We are working with the visor here, adding an embroidery to the visor, inspired by community, driven by passion. And then the sports logo here, all embroidered, available in a few colors. We have updated this style. Last time you saw it, it was in a Letterman shape, like a soft snapback shape. For this season, we have added it to a baseball shape, green, light sand, and black. And then we have some of the soft snapback Letterman caps. We have one here with the sort of like highway gas station logo, available in two different color options. One that matches the varsity jacket and one that's black and stands out in that way. And then we have two versions that goes with that print from the jersey that you saw earlier too. So all in all, a brief go-through of the collection. I hope you got what you needed. I'm sure that once you start to open your boxes, you'll see that we have, of course, drawstring pants, we have como pants, we have the jackets that goes with it, we have a lot of more basic jersey, we have other shirts, we have more tracksuits, we have jackets, we have so much more in the collection. Zip hoodies. I just wanted to highlight a few stuff today. Let me know if you need more information or if there's anything you need. I'm done with what I was going to tell you today about the collection. Feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, ask Nick. He is more than happy to help you guys out. That being said, our phones are always open. We're more than willing to help you guys out if you have any questions. Remember, visual merchandising guide, ask for Kuhn. He is incredible at that. Magnus, he's right here in the office. Sales, Morten. Marketing, go for Nick, and so on. You know who to go to. We are a personal company. You can just give us a call and we'll answer and we'll help you the best possible way. Now, it's the 18th today. On the 7th of October, we are launching can I go to the other side of the table? On the 7th of October, we are launching a quite unique collaboration with somebody that we have been chasing for quite a long time. So, on the 7th of October, we are launching worldwide a small, cool collaboration with Yale University. So what we wanted to create with Yale was a mix of two worlds. So we took Yale as being the very collegiate, very classic and renowned establishment, and we wanted to come in and be like the fun, playful, younger brother. So we created a small ensemble of products and a cool video and photo shoot for that. We are releasing it very exclusively with BSTN in Europe. Then on the 7th, they get like access to the first drop. So our own online, our own stores, and BSTN will drop this on the 7th. About a week or two later, they will be followed up by Cologne in South Korea. What are they called? Nordstrom in the US, Galeries Lafayette in Paris, and a very, very high-end store in Australia called something Noir. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, the collaboration is something that we've been working really hard on. The team went to Yale to shoot everything over there, and I think we created something truly unique. It is something that we're going to do over and over again. If you're interested in us doing more collaborations, doing more unique stuff, let us know. We'll be more than happy to see if we can serve it in the best possible way. I'm going to say bye now. Thank you so much for your time, and then we're going to show you the video of Yale. Have a great season out there. Let us know if there's anything we can help with. Bye.
Bounce pass in the lane. There we go. Bodies in the way. Cooper in transition. Slams it. He bounces off and through the three. Princeton struggling to get a football. Now 6-point lead. The shot from Lopez. Lopez gets that off the corner. Cooper. The Bulldogs move to 10-3 in the Ivy League and lock up the 2 seed. They'll play Harvard next weekend in what's now a title showdown.